So what is Talking Dogs Rally? It's a fun dog sport for all dogs. All breeds are welcome, all ages are welcome. We have puppies from 6 months up. We have a veteran class, so there's no limit to the type of dogs that can come and compete or the age of dogs that can come and compete. Owners, we take all comers, so we can have children competing, right through to elderly people. We can have disabled people. Doesn't matter what your ability is, you can come and you can compete and be successful. Talking Dogs Rally are a series of signs, so you do what it says on the sign. Very simple. This is the right turn. It's got an arc, so therefore it's not a sharp pivot turn. It's not like a military turn or an obedience turn. It's just a right turn as you would normally do it. This one, for example, is a stop down. Every time you see stop, you ask the dog to sit. So what you get is a series of signs that are all numbered and set out in a course. And the idea is for the owner and the dog as a team to work their way through the course. They start with 200 points, and every time they do something slightly wrong, they can have a penalty. So if, for example, they tugged on the lead, they'd lose a point for that. And so at the end of the course, you see how many points they've lost, and that will be their total score. So starting at 200, if you just tug on the lead once, you're going to have 199. It's a really nice way to work your dog. It gives you a goal, so that rather than just trudging around a hall doing heel work and sits and downs, it gives you a reason to do it, because you think, oh, what's the next sign going to be? I've got to think about which way I'm going. So it makes you think about what you're doing with your dog, but it's really natural and normal. You know, your dog doesn't have to be velcroed to your leg. That is not the idea. We want you to be able to walk normally down the street. So therefore, why not do that when you're doing the sport? What we find is that people come to class, they like it, they have fun, they've got no intention of competing. Then they do a couple of courses in class, and the trainer says, that was really good. You could have got a prize for doing that. You could have got a good rosette. Could have got a rosette? I think I'm going to try going to trial. And so they come to a trial where they find that everyone's really welcoming. They might not know anybody else there, but it doesn't matter. Everyone says, come on, come and do your best. We will help you. And so they come, they do it, they get their rosette, they're delighted. It's not competitive in that way. It's not pressured. It gives you a way to work your dog that's really positive. You can use treats, you can use toys. It's just a really lovely thing to come and do with your dog, a nice way to spend an hour or two. Talking Dogs Rally is a sport co-founded by myself and Becky, and we started it about 2 years ago. Becky had seen it in America, I had seen it here, and we wanted to give people something that would encourage them to train their pet dogs. I was running it in my classes just for fun. I was using the American style, and then I think you heard from somebody that I was doing it.
Mm-hmm. I heard from Sue Ketland when I was volunteering at one of the rescue centres that you were doing it. So I rang you and asked if I could come along. And that was, like she said, over 2 years ago, and I never left.
Never left, she's still here.
Yeah.
What we looked at was how we could make it better. There was lots of inconsistencies.
Yeah.
And so what we did was we made some new signs. All the signs are brand new. We've colour coded them, so we've got different colours for different levels. The entry level we wanted to make really easy.
Yeah.
We wanted to encourage pet dog owners to come and just try something with their dog, something to give them a goal to work towards, but without requiring them to work in a really unnatural, highly stylised way of the obedience. When we were working with them, we wanted them to be able to do exercises that they would do normally. So they might do a sit stay at home, they might do a down stay, they've got to negotiate obstacles as they walk down the road. So we've got the slalom, we've got exercises where you ask your dog to sit and you walk around them. All basic stuff on level 1. There's quite a few other things we did on level 1, wasn't there?
Yes. There are some elements of obedience in it as well, so that you've got something to work towards once you come into it and you think, yeah, I do like this, and I do like the fact that my dog can do most of it. A lot of our first timers that even come to class, I mean, the first time that they do it, most times we set them even a small course, and they're surprised that they can already do it, even just coming to class the first time.
Absolutely. When we do the first level, it's all on lead, so therefore people are not worried about their dogs running off, so they can come in, they can do it on lead if they really like it, and they can travel up through the different levels. Levels 2 and 3, they start to go off lead, And in level 2 there's one jump, one small jump, and in level 3 there's one jump and there's two jumps and a tunnel.
And a tunnel.
And a
so
tunnel.
They like that because there's a bit of agility then into it, and it just builds it up. And the fact that they're off lead on level 2 and 3 as well, that in itself brings a whole new element. Whereas level 1's on lead, and they build that rapport with their dog, and they start working with their dogs off lead on the bonuses, but then they just build on that up to level 2 and 3. So it's really good. And
we've been amazed how much it's grown. We launched it 18 months ago.
Yes. Yeah.
And how many people do we have registered?
Gosh.
Must be about 400 odds.
Nearly, nearly 400 dogs now.
So quite amazing. We've had trials up and down the country. We're always looking for people to come and help judge, do the stewarding, and people really like the atmosphere. One of the big things that we did, and this goes to Becky.
Well, I'm in America watching how they compete. The judge there, they all had to time it, and they had to curb the way that they score people based on the fact that everybody was getting too good, and that they still did first, second, third, fourth place. And because they had to distinguish between two people that may have gotten first place, they really tightened up how they scored people and judged them. And I said, we're not having that. If you're as good as the next person, why should you get penalized? So we did away with it. And now if your score is anything above a 170, you get a rosette, and you have to score certain blocks of points to get, a good rosette's 170 to 179, outstanding's the next one, and then the top one is an ace. So we built that into it, and people really do like it. And yes, that means we give out more rosette, but at the end of the day, if your dog works as well as that next dog, why shouldn't you get rewarded for that? And that's what we really like about it.
And one of the really nice side effects of that is the atmosphere at trials.
Yeah.
You're not willing your other competitors to trip or to fall over or to do something bad with their dog, because that's what you get in other trials, because you think, I'm in first place right now. If that next person does a really good round, I'm not going to get that first place. In Talking Dogs Rally, you don't have that. So everyone supports everybody, and you can hear it on the ground.
Yeah.
You have some people and they'll be doing something, and a sigh will go up, and the whole of the crowd will be really engaged with what they're doing. Everyone wants everyone to do really well. And so therefore, for coming into a sport, which is normally quite daunting, we don't have that. So pet people come along. Most will come along to either a class or a trial. They'll see the atmosphere, they'll have some fun. And I think, I'm going to try that. That doesn't look so scary. I'm going to give that a go.